Virgo, you are seeking, and not only seeking, but also connecting to hidden potentials around you at this time. And that's what I heard in my opening meditation in your energy at this time. Okay, my readings are timeless. I also have a vision for you here today, which Spirit has sent through to me. And this is your vision at this time, Virgo, okay? I'm gonna read you the vision in just a moment, but first we're gonna talk about the energy that you're sitting in right now, and you're about to become the sculptor with this hidden potential, with this hidden energy that is going to help guide you through this next chapter in your life. So I asked Spirit to clarify, what is this hidden potential? And Spirit was vague, but we are going to go more in depth with this in the tarot reading that we will do after I read you the vision. But you had window and the reflection as to what this hidden potential that you are going to connect to and work with at this time is. And both of these are very blue, very emotional. It's almost like Spirit is saying, and you can see both of these look like a window, like a portal. Okay, so it's like you're stepping into this hidden potential, into this new window of opportunity by reflecting, by moving through something and healing something at this time, okay? You are the philosopher. You are connecting. You are demanding to be seen or heard, I'm hearing now. So keeping that in mind, let's get into your vision here. I'm going to read it to you, and then we will tap into this more. What you are seeking, or this hidden potential, is really a big energy at this time. So let's see. Okay. You descend into a sunken library, hidden beneath the glassy surface of a lake that shimmers like the molten sapphire under the light of an unseen moon. The entrance yawns like a dark maw, carved with glyphs that pulse faintly in silver light, as if the stone itself is alive, breathing with a rhythm that resonates in your chest. Each step into the waterlogged hall releases tiny air bubbles that cling to your skin, carrying faint murmurs of secrets whispered by scholars long forgotten. The scent of wet parchment, minerals, and ancient incense mingles with the faint electrical hum of energy that thrums through the stone, tingling in your bones and demanding your attention. The library is a labyrinth. Shelves twist and bend impossibly, filled with floating tomes that drift like spirits, their pages rustling in rhythm with your heartbeat. You reach out to a nearby scroll, and it unfurls toward your fingers, revealing cryptic symbols that shimmer with significance you can almost comprehend. A companion, a cloaked archivist, with eyes like polished obsidian, gestures for you to follow, murmuring incantations that weave through the halls. Their presence anchors you. Ooh, angers. That could be significant here. Somebody might be angered by this presence. Please keep that in mind for some of you. Their presence anchors you, a steady pulse amid the chaotic currents of knowledge and energy that swirl invisibly around every corner. The deeper you move, the more the library reacts. Corridors shift, stairs spiral unexpectedly, and currents of corrupted energy, twisted illusions of doubt, fear, and confusion attempt to overwhelm your senses. They writhe and twist like living ink, whispering questions you've avoided for decades. Why do you seek this knowledge? Are you worthy? Will you fail? The walls pulse with their energy, responding to your hesitation, and for a moment, panic surges in your chest. But you breathe deeply, grounding yourself in the pulse of the water, the hum of the library, and the presence of your companion. You draw energy from the runes etched into the walls, from the floating books, from the very essence of the library itself, and extend it outward. Light arcs from your fingertips, unraveling the twisted currents into motes of pure insight, illuminating hidden alcoves, secret pathways, and tomes that were invisible moments ago. The library seems to exhale, its energy bending in rhythm with your own. At the heart of the labyrinth, a circular chamber opens. A pool of water flows in the center, mirroring the surface of the lake. This is the space. Mirroring the surface of the lake above, but it glows faintly, radiating a soft azure light. Hovering above it is an ancient codex, bound in silver threads that twist like living vines. Energy pulses from the codex, syncing with your own heartbeat, tugging at memories, questions, and long-buried curiosities. The archivist gestures for you to approach. Your hands tremble as you reach out. The moment your fingers brush the codex, visions surge into your mind, flashes of distant worlds, forgotten histories, untold stories of civilizations lost, and the hidden patterns of energy that bind the universe. You feel your mind expand and stretch, as though every neuron is alive with light and understanding. At the same time, your heart constricts, overwhelmed by the weight of knowledge and the realization of how fragile and fleeting human perception is. Tears streak your face, not from sorrow alone, but from awe, humility, and the immense responsibility of holding even a fraction of this truth. The water around you shimmers, and the motes of radiant energy swirl upward like fireflies, reflecting the intricate web of cause, effect, and infinite possibilities. You feel a profound connection to the library itself. It is not a building, but a living entity, testing, challenging, and rewarding your courage, focus, and curiosity. Hours seem to pass in a single breath. The archivist guides you through additional chambers, each more challenging. Books that whisper forgotten languages, staircases that descend into endless darkness, and portals that show glimpses of potential futures. Every test pushes you further, demanding clarity, patience, and courage to accept uncertainty. You realize the truth. Knowledge is not merely a collection of facts, but a living force, a communion of energy, intention, and emotional resonance. To truly know is to embrace vulnerability, to confront doubt, and to trust your intuition above all. Finally, you emerge into a grand hall, the water below glowing like a mirror of the stars. Books float serenely, runes glimmer in harmony, and the energy of the library pulses like a heartbeat you can feel in your chest. The archivist smiles, silent but full of understanding. You take a deep breath, absorbing the profound serenity and the electric thrill of revelation. Looking out through the arched ceiling where the water above glimmers, you see your reflection intermingled with starlight, realizing that knowledge is both a gift and a responsibility, a force that transforms the seeker and the world alike. To walk this path is to embrace fear, curiosity, and humility, and to surrender oneself to the vast living currents of understanding. You exhale, feeling a profound sense of purpose. Every heartbeat, every step, every breath of the submerged library is now etched into your memory, forever guiding your journey as a scholar, a seeker, and a conduit of wisdom. So, Virgo, I feel for a lot of you, you've been dreaming of these places, as aforementioned, like water, being like in the stars or within the stars, surrounded by like, it's almost like a long, long time ago. and I can't remember which sign this was for, but I had a vision, and it was like the person, the energy of the collective at that time was in this cave, and it was like water, and the top of it was the stars. And so it looked like the stars were both up here and down below, and they were just everywhere because of the reflection. And that's kind of like someone here is having dreams where you're surrounded by an energy, you're surrounded by a certain scenery or force of light, I'm hearing. Anyways, I feel like there's this kind of like a dream walker, dream weaver here that I'm connecting to. Some of you are really going to resonate with the library, because I feel that there was a large collective of people who are in this energy of seeking, and the library can be the internet, it can be like a physical library place, it can just be a place you keep going to because now you're in this seeking and connecting energy. And there's something in this place, whether this is your dreams, you know, a place you keep going, a book you're reading, whatever it is that you're working on finding yourself through or the answers through. This is a very important time for you to really put yourself within this energy of seeking, because through that you will connect to this hidden potential and this portal of freedom, of purpose that came out in the vision, like a purpose. You unlock a purpose by allowing yourself, giving yourself the time and the space that you need right now to keep seeking this knowledge and moving through this energy. Okay, so let's explore this hidden potential a little bit more for Virgo. By the way, are you guys excited for Halloween? It's coming up soon. Let me know in the comments below if you plan on dressing up or passing out any candy. Let me know. Or let me know what your favorite candy is. Favorite Halloween candy? Tell me about the hidden potential for Virgo. Two of Pentacles. This potential will help you balance, restructure the things that have felt so chaotic or out of structure in your life. It's like you felt like you lost your power in some way, whether this is to a person or through a relationship or a connection of some sort, or just feeling really uncomfortable with how you have been managing certain things in your life or how you've been presenting yourself to the world. So this hidden potential helps you reconnect to yourself and your energy in the space that you are in a very balanced way. You feel comfortable with what you hold and what you seek, kind of like when energy is what you're holding, right? Like that hidden potential, but then you never stop collecting more potentials, more data. And so it's about finding that sweet spot too. Like don't overburden yourself as you try and pull yourself out of this situation, or because you're growing in some way. And you're growing because you didn't like, or you felt fed up with where you've been. So, you know, there's a balance here. Yeah, as you walk away with the Eight of Cups, as you walk away from this unfulfilling situation or emotional state, you can see here in this image, something that I'm really focusing on for you here now intuitively, Virgo, is like this person isn't facing the moon. They're facing away, they're walking away. And so this is a call for some of you to, as you're walking away and guiding yourself through this energy at this time, don't forget to focus on your intuition. Listen to your intuition. There's something about ignoring that, because the moon is a symbol for intuition and it represents other things. But right now, right here in this reading, it's your intuition. And this is about that balance, about finding that balance, okay? It's not like, yes, you're seeking the data, yes, you're seeking the knowledge, you're pulling yourself out of a situation or out of a place that you've been that maybe I'm hearing you've resented, maybe someone you've resented, or I don't know. But it's not just about, you know, holding that energy of knowledge, of like facts and very analytical thinking, but it's also about, like, as you walk through this, it's also about listening to your emotions and letting your intuition be your tuning fork to how you proceed and how swiftly. Sometimes you might act swiftly and sometimes you need to slow down. Tell me more about this hidden potential, this hidden opportunity within this journey for Virgo. If you'd like a personal vision reading with me, I do offer those. It's in the description box below. The Page of Swords. You're not looking back anymore. It's like when you make these moves, you detach from your past, the past trauma, the past pain. Small consistent energy shifts are creating a giant manifestation, and there you are wielding your power and your sword of truth and knowledge. You're also curious about new energies, new people, and new ways with the Page of Swords, new ways of thinking, new ways of approaching the situation. Like I said, using an analytical approach when you need to, and then using your intuitive approach, the feminine approach. Like the masculine is like this analytical approach, right? Of doing and performing and moving. And then there's also this feminine aspect to the situation and leaning heavily into, like, wherever you are in the cycle of events, like it'll just feel right. Like when you have the energy, you'll lean more into this masculine. When you don't, you lean more into your feminine of just like kind of, you know, resting and using your intuition and dreaming and journaling and feeling your way out or through a situation, because you do have this water energy here quite powerfully today at this time. Let's get one more card here and then we'll jump into a few different energies. Death. A huge transformation where at the end of this, it won't be the same. Things are going to change so drastically that I almost feel like it's this energy of like you can't even imagine it. Like it's impossible for you to see where you will be in 6 months, in a year, in 2 years. Like you can't even imagine it right now. That's how big this transformation and these moves are for you, Virgo. That's what Spirit's kind of saying right now. Because yeah, I'm an intuitive reader, an emotional reader. I read the energy as it comes in, and that's just what I'm getting for you here at this time. What is something that Virgo is resisting at this time? 5 of Wands. There's a conflict or a situation that you know you need to go through. You need to resolve this, but the only way to resolve it is to place yourself in this turbulent energy. This doesn't have to be with other people, but it's definitely like a confrontation or something that you know you need to say or do, but you know that when you do, it's going to cause a little bit of chaos. But Spirit is saying, Virgo, don't let yourself be hurting by not saying this or acting on this, because whatever this is for you, it's been painful for you to like you've been pushing down, and that's where this resentful energy was coming through earlier. Like you resent maybe yourself or maybe a person for not being true to yourself or for not standing up for yourself. This can be standing up for yourself, right? What is an energy that is going to come in unexpectedly, I'm hearing, and help guide Virgo through this season? Oops, too many. Just take one, please. Just one. I feel like this one here. 9 of Wands. Let's get a clarifier. It's going to be this other one that was sticking out here. The 4 of Wands. So there's an unexpected shift for you here. And you can see the 9 of Wands is very closed off. It's very painful. You know, you feel like broken. Your spirit feels broken here. It feels like your guard's up and maybe people or things have crossed your boundaries time and time again. But you're actually transmuting that. You're changing that for good into the 4 of Wands energy, where you're very relaxed, you're very happy, you feel like celebrating, you're connecting new people, like somebody new coming into your life. You could be connecting with someone new and they actually have the best at heart, the best kind of energy that you feel really in tune with. You can let your guard down. You don't feel like, it doesn't feel like this other energy, this unexpected energy that lets your guard down, that helps you through this situation and helps heal you in some way. It feels like it's very, it's like a blessing energy. Okay, this doesn't have to be a person. This can be like a shift within you. This could be, I'm really focusing on these grapes here. I'm seeing purple grapes. So there's this abundance, there's this richness, this feeling of this sweet and juicy energy of feeling so ripe. Okay, ripe is the best word that's coming to my mind right now. And just feeling open to the world, open to the possibilities. And yeah, you feel like in the vision, I was looking down here and my eyes landed on the sentence here: light arcs from your fingertips, unraveling the twisted currents into motes of pure insight, illuminating hidden alcoves, secret pathways, and tomes that were invisible only moments ago. That's kind of this energy. This confusion, the guard, hurt, painful, into this light, into unexpected pathways and blessings and celebration and a foundation for you to dance on. This richness to your life. The love is really present here. And something about going from the 9 of Wands to the 4 of Wands here is, I want to remind you to detach from how it arrives. Okay, detach. This is you attached. This is you holding on, clinging, hurt. Once you detach from this, how it arrives doesn't matter, because energy knows the path. Energy knows how to get to you. Okay? All right, Virgo. Thank you guys so much for all your support, the personal readings you've booked with me. Thank you so much. I do open a handful of 4 or 5 readings a week for you to book. Most of the time on a Monday, but just keep checking my page. And yeah, thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time.